Good morning, children. Hope all are safe and sound. Welcome to English grammar class. Let's continue with the first chapter, sentence. Listen to the class carefully. Children, already we had studied sentence. What is a sentence? A group of words that makes complete sense is called a sentence. Already you had studied a group of words that makes complete sense or that gives complete meaning is called a sentence. And a sentence always begins with a capital letter and always ends with a small letter. And a sentence always have a verb in it. Verb means what? Action word. This already we had discussed in our last classes. Now we are going to discuss different kinds of sentences. Listen to the class properly. Sentences are of four types. Which are they? Declarative or assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Which are they, children? Declarative or assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. Now let's learn about them in detail. First one, declarative or assertive sentence. What is declarative or assertive sentence? A declarative sentence tells about something. That means it states or declares something, and it always ends with a full stop. Declarative sentence tells about something and it ends with a full stop. Look at the examples. I have a blue dress. My sister is in first grade. I am watching a movie. So declarative sentence tells about something or it declares something or it states something and it ends with a full stop. Is it clear, children? Then next one, interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence asks something and it ends with a question mark. An interrogative sentence is one that asks a question. Okay, it asks a question or asks something. Hence, it ends with a question mark. Look at the examples. When are we eating? How do you play this game? Where have you been? What's your name? What are you studying now? What are you listening now? Like these are the examples of interrogative sentence. That means it asks something. Questions. All questions are interrogative sentence. It ends with a question mark. Next one, imperative sentence. An imperative sentence tells someone to do something. That means these sentences express an advice, a request, a command, or a desire. Okay. These sentences express an advice, request, command, or desire. Okay. Just like a declarative sentence, it also ends with a full stop. It ends with a full stop. Look at the examples. Clean your room. Do your homework, please. Pick up those clothes. Okay. Then maintain silence. Please bring a chalk for me. You must walk for an hour daily to keep fit. That means all these sentences tell someone to do something and it ends with a full stop. Then last one, exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence shows strong feeling. Okay? An exclamatory sentence shows strong feelings and we can identify the exclamatory sentence very easily because it ends with a exclamation mark. It ends with an exclamation mark. Okay, look at the examples. The dog has fleas. My hair is on fire. The car has a flat tire. What a beautiful house. How pretty she looks. All these are the examples of exclamatory sentence that shows strong feelings and it ends with an exclamation mark. Now let's go through the definitions given in textbook. Assertive sentence that or declarative sentence. An assertive sentence or declarative sentence states or declares something and ends with a full stop. It also called a declarative sentence. Already we have discussed now. Look at the examples. My brother Himesh liked the novel Two States. I did not like it at all. Okay, then always remember, children, assertive sentences or declarative sentences are of two types, which are the positive sentence and negative sentence. Positive sentence conveys or gives positive meaning. Negative sentence conveys negative meaning. Here, positive sentence, look at the example, I love swimming. Then negative sentence convey negative meaning. I do not love or I don't love swimming. Okay. Here we add not to give the negative meaning in that sentence. Next one, interrogative sentence. An interrogative sentence is one that asks a question and hence ends with a question mark. Look at the examples. Do you dance? Have you sold your scooter? When are you coming to Delhi? Who are you meeting tonight? And always remember here, an interrogative sentence always has a mark of interrogation, that is question mark at the end of the sentence. And here the sentences A and B, that is, do you dance and have you sold your scooter? These two sentences begin with the auxiliary verb do and have and can be answered in yes or no. Do you dance? Yes. Have you sold your scooter? No. These are called yes or no questions. Children, have you heard auxiliary verbs before? Have you heard this? Auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. These auxiliary verbs or helping verbs help the main verb, that is action word, help the main verbs to describe action. What is the purpose of using auxiliary verbs in a sentence? It helps the main verb to describe action. It shows whether the action is already happened or is happening in the present or will happen sometimes in the future. It shows the tense of the action. So these are called auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. Which are they, children? Auxiliary verbs are of two categories, primary auxiliary and modal auxiliaries. So the auxiliary verbs comes under, or auxiliary verbs come under primary auxiliary are is, am, are, was, were. The form of be. It is the form of be. These are the form of be. Is, am, are, was, were. And children, was is the past tense of is and are. And were is the past tense of are. And children, you know that am always used with the I. Is and was used with the singular subjects. Are and were used with the plural subjects. Was is the past tense of am and is. Where is the past tense of are. Okay. So the list of auxiliary verbs are is, am, are, was, were, have, has, had, do, does, did, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, dare, used to, ought to. So which are the auxiliary verbs, children? These are of two categories, primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. So let's sing together. Come on, children. Is, am, are, was, were, have, has, had, do, does, did, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, dare, ought to, used to. Look at here, children. The auxiliary verbs used in present tense is, has, does, are, have, do. Here, is, has, does. Used with the singular subjects. In which tense? Present tense. Okay. Is, has, does. Used with the singular subjects. Which are singular subjects? He, she, it. Singular noun like Shraddha teacher, book, a book, a classroom, a student, girl, etc. All these are singular nouns. Okay, so singular subjects are he, she, it, singular noun, and is, has, does used with the singular subjects in present tense, and are, have, do used with the plural subjects in present tense. Which are the plural subjects? Ayu, Devi, plural noun. Which are they? I, you, they, we, plural noun. Plural noun means children, students, books, teachers. All these are plural nouns. Okay, examples of plural nouns. So are, have, do used with the plural subjects in present tense, and the plural subjects are ayu, devi, plural noun. Singular subjects are he, she, it, singular noun. Okay, make it thorough, children. Then in past tense, along with the singular subjects, was, had, did. That is, was is the past tense of is, had is the past tense of has, did is the past tense of does. Same way, in plural, along with the plural subjects, we use the auxiliary verbs were, had, did. Were is the past tense of are, had is the past tense of have, and did is the past tense of do. Let me switch my language to Malayalam, children. Excuse me for that. See, നോക്കൂ കുട്ടികളെ, ഇവിടെ കുറച്ച് യൂസേജസ് നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം അല്ലെ. ക്യാൻ, മേ, ഷാൽ, വിൽ, മസ്റ്റ്, നീഡ്, ഡെയർ, യൂസ്ഡ് ടു, ഔട്ട് ടു. ഇതൊക്കെ എപ്പോഴാണ്, വെൻ ഷുഡ് വി യൂസ് ഓൾ ദീസ് തിങ്സ്, അതാണ് നമുക്ക് വി വോണ്ട് ടു നോ ദാറ്റ്. സോ ക്യാൻ എപ്പോഴാണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കുഡ് എപ്പോഴാണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, അതിൽ കുറേ ദർ ആർ സോ മെനി യൂസേജസ്, കോൺടെക്സ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. ബട്ട് നൗ ജസ്റ്റ് ഐ ആം നോട്ട് മേക്കിംഗ് യു ടു കൺഫ്യൂസ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ അതിൻ്റെ ഓരോ യൂസേജസ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് എവിടെയാണ് മെയിനായിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്ന് മാത്രം ഐ ആം ഗോയിങ് ടു ടീച്ച് യു നൗ. റെസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് ദ യൂസേജസ് വിൽ ബി ടോട്ട് ലേറ്റർ. ഓക്കെ, സി ക്യാൻ എപ്പോഴാണ്, അതെന്തിനാണ് നമ്മൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ക്യാൻ നമ്മുടെ എബിലിറ്റി കാണിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ്, നമുക്കുള്ള എബിലിറ്റി കാണിക്കാൻ. ഐ ക്യാൻ ടീച്ച് യു ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഗ്രാമർ, ഐ ക്യാൻ ഡാൻസ്, ഷീ ക്യാൻ ലിസൺ ടു മീ. അത് എന്താണ്, നമ്മൾക്ക് കഴിയും എന്നുള്ളത് കാണിക്കാൻ. അതിൻ്റെ പ്രസൻറ്റിൽ കാണിക്കാൻ ക്യാൻ, അതിൻ്റെ പാസ്റ്റ് ടെൻസ് കാണിക്കാൻ, എനിക്ക് കഴിഞ്ഞിരുന്നു എന്ന് കാണിക്കാൻ കുഡ്. അതുപോലെ ഇത് ജസ്റ്റ് ഒരു യൂസേജസ് ഇത് മാത്രമാണ്, ഇതിൽ ഒരുപാടുണ്ട്. നമുക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഒക്കെ ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ, നമുക്ക് റിക്വസ്റ്റായിട്ട് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ ക്യാൻ ഐ ടേക്ക് ദിസ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കുഡ് യു പ്ലീസ് ഹെൽപ്പ് മീ, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ വേർഡ്സ് ആയിട്ടും ഇത് നമുക്ക് യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. ഓക്കെ, അതുപോലെ മേ, മൈറ്റ്. മേ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു പോസിബിലിറ്റി കാണിക്കാനാണ്. നമ്മളെപ്പോഴും പറയില്ലേ, ഇറ്റ് മേ റെയിൻ ടുഡേ, ഷീ മേ കം എന്ന് കാണിക്കാനാണ് മേ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മൈറ്റ്. അതും പോസിബിലിറ്റിയാണ്. റിക്വസ്റ്റിന് നിങ്ങൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്യാറുണ്ട്. മേ ഐ കം ഇൻ ടീച്ചർ എന്ന് നിങ്ങൾ ചോദിക്കാറുണ്ട് അല്ലേ. അതെന്താണ്, റിക്വസ്റ്റ് സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ മേ യൂസ് ചെയ്യും. ദെൻ ഷാൽ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്, ഒരു ഫ്യൂച്ചർ ടെൻസ് കാണിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ ഷാൽ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് അല്ലേ. എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു കാര്യം മസ്റ്റായിട്ട് നടക്കേണ്ടത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ഇൻറ്റൻഷൻ അത് കാണിക്കാനാണ് ഷാൽ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ടു എക്സ്പ്രസ് ഫ്യൂച്ചർ ആക്ഷൻ, അതിനാണ് ഷാൽ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഷാൽ എപ്പോഴും ഫസ്റ്റ് പേഴ്സൺ പ്രൊനൗൺസിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ഐൻ്റെയും ബീൻ്റെയും കൂടെ മാത്രമേ യൂസ് ചെയ്യൂ. ഓക്കെ, ഷാൽ യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഐൻ്റെയും ബീൻ്റെയും കൂടെയാണ്. പിന്നെ ഷുഡ് അറിയാം, ഷാലിൻ്റെ പാസ്റ്റായി കാണിക്കും. പിന്നെന്താണ്, ഒരു കമ്പൽസറി ആക്ഷൻ ചെയ്യാൻ ഷുഡ്. ദെൻ വിൽ ഫ്യൂച്ചർ ടെൻസ് ആണ്. വില്ല് ഏത് സെക്കൻഡ് പേഴ്സൺ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ തേർഡ് പേഴ്സൺ പ്രൊനൗൺസിൻ്റെ കൂടെ, ഹീൻ്റെ കൂടെ, ഷീൻ്റെ കൂടെ, ഇറ്റിൻ്റെ കൂടെ, ഐൻ്റെ കൂടെ, വീൻ്റെ കൂടെ, എല്ലാത്തിൻ്റെ കൂടെയും വില്ല് യൂസ് ചെയ്യും. വില്ലിൻ്റെ പാസ്റ്റായിട്ട് വുഡ് കാണിക്കും. അതുപോലെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു റിക്വസ്റ്റിനിങ്ങിനൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ വുഡ് ചോദിക്കും. വുഡ് യു പ്രിഫർ ടു റൈറ്റ് ഓർ റീഡ് അല്ലേ, വായിക്കാനാണോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എഴുതാനാണോ പ്രിഫർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിനൊക്കെ വുഡ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യും. പിന്നെ മസ്റ്റ്. നൗ ചിൽഡ്രൻ, ഐ ആം റിപ്പീറ്റിംഗ്, ഞാനിതൊരു സിമ്പിളായിട്ടൊരു ഔട്ട്ലൈൻ മാത്രമാണ് തരുന്നത്. ഡീപ്പ് സ്റ്റഡി ഉണ്ട്, അത് നോട്ട് നൗ. അപ്പോൾ ഇപ്പോൾ അത് എല്ലാം കൂടി കൺഫ്യൂസ്ഡ് ആവുന്നില്ല. ഞാൻ ജസ്റ്റ് ഇപ്പോൾ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിങ് ടൈപ്സ് ഓഫ് സെൻറ്റൻസസ് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ അതിൽ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ മേക്കിങ്ങിൽ ഓക്സിലറി വെർബ്സ് നെസസറി ആണ്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഒരു ഔട്ട്ലൈനാണ് തരുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് മസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമുക്കറിയാം നിർബന്ധമായിട്ട് യു മസ്റ്റ് സബ്മിറ്റ് ടുഡേ ഇറ്റ് സെൽഫ് കേഴ്സ് യു റൈറ്റിംഗ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ അതെന്താണ് മസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട നിർബന്ധമായിട്ടുള്ളത്. അതുപോലെ സെമി മോഡൽസ് ആണ് നീഡ്, ഡെയർ, യൂസ്ഡ് ടു, ഔട്ട് ടു. നീഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാലും ആവശ്യമാണ്. ഐ നീഡ് ദാറ്റ് പിക്ചർ, ഐ നീഡ് ദാറ്റ് ബുക്ക്, ആവശ്യം. ഡെയർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? ഒരു ചലഞ്ചാണ്, ധൈര്യം. ഐ ഡെയർ ടു മീറ്റ് ഹിം ഓർ ഐ ഡെയർ ടു വാക്ക് അറ്റ് നൈറ്റ്. ഓക്കെ, എനിക്ക് ഡെയർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ? ഒരു ചലഞ്ച്, ധൈര്യമാണ് കാണിക്കുന്നത്. നെക്സ്റ്റ് വൺ യൂസ്ഡ് ടു. യൂസ്ഡ് ടു എന്താണ്? നമ്മളുടെ പാസ്റ്റിൽ ഒരു ഹാബിറ്റ് കാണിക്കാനാണ് യൂസ്ഡ് ടു പറയുന്നത്. ഐ യൂസ്ഡ് ടു ഗോ ടു ടെമ്പിൾ എവറി മോർണിംഗ് അറ്റ് 6 AM എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ മുമ്പ് എല്ലാ ദിവസവും രാവിലെ 6 മണിക്ക് അമ്പലത്തിൽ പോവുമായിരുന്നു. അതെന്താണ്? നമ്മുടെ ഒരു പാസ്റ്റ് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ആക്ഷൻ, ഹാബിച്വൽ ആക്ഷൻ കാണിക്കാനാണ് യൂസ്ഡ് ടു. ദെൻ നെക്സ്റ്റ് വൺ ഔട്ട് ടു. ഔട്ട് ടു എന്ന് പറയുന്നതും ഷുഡിൻ്റെ ഒരു സെയിം തന്നെയാണ്, നിർബന്ധമായ ഒബ്ലിഗേഷനാണ്. യു ഔട്ട് ടു റെസ്പെക്റ്റ് യുവർ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ്. എന്താണ്? ഷുഡ് അല്ലേ, മസ്റ്റായിട്ടും ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യമാണ്. സോ ദ പ്രൈമറി ഓക്സിലറീസ് ഓർ മോഡൽ ഓക്സിലറീസ്, അതാണ് ഓക്സിലറി വേർബ്സിൽ വരുന്ന 2 കാറ്റഗറീസ് ആർ പ്രൈമറി ഓക്സിലറീസ് ആൻഡ് മോഡൽ ഓക്സിലറീസ്. ഈ പാട്ടങ്ങ് പഠിച്ചു വെച്ചോളൂ കേട്ടോ. ഈസ്, ആം, ആർ, വാസ്, were, have, has, had, do, does, did, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, desire, used to, ought to. So children, sentences A and B, that is do you dance and have you sold your scooter, these 2 sentences begin with the auxiliary verbs do and have and can be answered in yes or no. These are called yes or no questions. Then sentence C, when are you coming to Delhi, begins with a question word. And who are you meeting tonight, that also begins with a question word. So this cannot be answered in a yes or no. A full statement has to be given as an answer. Okay, then next one. So children, questions begin with the auxiliary verbs are called yes or no questions. Okay, then look at the following pairs of sentences. I have finished my food. How can we change that sentence into a question? Just put very simple one. Just this is I have finished my food. So just write the auxiliary verb in that sentence at first and make it a question. Already the auxiliary verb is there, have. I have finished my food. Have is the auxiliary verb. Just write it, the word auxiliary verb have at the first. Have you finished your food? It was unstoppable. Was it unstoppable? Okay, note that an auxiliary verb is placed before the subject is an interrogative sentence. Next one, imperative sentence. An imperative sentence expresses an advice, request, command or a desire. Just like a declarative sentence, it ends with a full stop. Look at the examples. I wish I could write a book. That's a desire. You must walk for an hour daily to keep fit. It is an advice. Please bring a chalk for me. It's a request. Maintain silence. It's a command. Then next one, exclamatory sentence. An exclamatory sentence expresses sudden strong feelings and ends with an exclamation mark. Examples: what an entertaining match it was. How beautiful she is. The view of the valley is breathtaking. Always remember, in an exclamatory sentence, words are written in a different order for effect. Okay, for effect, words are written in a different order. How beautiful she is, it gives effect. For example, the first 2 sentences that we discussed above could have been written in the following way also. The match was entertaining. She is beautiful. But it does not give effect. So we can write, what an entertaining match it was. How beautiful she is. The view of the valley is breathtaking. So these are exclamatory sentences. Next, we are going to discuss affirmative and negative sentences. Affirmative means positive sentence and negative sentence. Okay, study how the following sentences have been converted from positive to negative, that is affirmative to negative. Look at the column. He informed something about you and that sentence that has been converted from positive to negative is he informed nothing about you. Here he informed something. It gives positive sense and he informed nothing. Nothing gives negative sense. That is nothing is a negative word. Then I have had some coffee. I haven't had. Have plus not. We know that not gives negative meaning. I haven't had any coffee. They tried hard. Here, children, in the second sentence, I have had some coffee. The auxiliary verb or helping verb given there is have. Okay, so we can add just not along with the have auxiliary verb. We got have not, haven't. So we would get negative sentence haven't. I have not. So while adding, when we added not to the auxiliary verb, we got negative sentence. I have not. But in third sentence, they tried hard. Is there any auxiliary verb? No. Only the main verb tried. So how can we change that positive sentence into negative? See children, if there is no auxiliary verb in the sentence, we can use the auxiliary verbs such as do or does or did. Do or does or did. We know that do and does is present tense. Do and does are present tense. Did is the past tense. Listen to my voice carefully. Do and does present tense. Did past tense. Okay. And we know that do always used with the plural subjects. Does always used with the singular subjects. Do always used with the plural subjects and does always used with the singular subjects. And we know that did shows past tense. So here they tried hard. There is no auxiliary verb. So we can take the form of do or does or did. But what should we use here? Whether it is do or does or did. So how can we find out which one should be used here? Here they tried hard. Tried. Tried is the past tense of try. So here tried is past tense. If the sentence is in past tense, we should use did. We can use did. If the sentence is in present tense, we can use do or does. If the subject is plural, we can use do. If the subject is singular, we can use does. Here they tried hard. We know that tried is the past tense of try. So there is no confusion, children. We can use the auxiliary verb did. Look at that. They did not try hard. Here, see, did not. Did plus not. It shows negative meaning. Then along with the did, we should use the first form of the verb. Try. They did not try hard. Okay. If in the sentence there is did, we don't want to use the second form of the verb again. That's why here try. They did not try. See children, they did not tried. That is a wrong thing. They did not try hard. Children, always remember did plus V1. That's why they did not try hard. Try is the V1 form. Tried is the V2 form. Okay. The next one, Nidhi can dance. Auxiliary verb here is can. So we can add not along with the can to change that sentence into negative. Nidhi can't dance. That is Nidhi cannot dance. It may rain today. It may not rain today. Inform everyone. Inform no one. No one means negative. Somebody screamed. Nobody screamed. Sneha has something to ask. Sneha has nothing to ask. Hina swims well. Again, is there any auxiliary verb? No. So in such cases, what should we do? We should take the form of do or does or did. Do and does used in present tense, did used in past tense. How can we find out whether the sentence is in present or past? if the main verb, action word, main verb, that is jump, eat, swim, listen, study, hear, etc., etc., all these are action words. Verbs or action word is in V1 form, first form, V1 form, it shows present tense. If the action words are in V2 form, it shows past tense. First already we have discussed they tried hard. Tried is the V2 form of try. So it is a past tense. Here see Hina swims well. Swim means present tense. Swim is the V1 form. So Hina swims well. Here swims, swim plus s. We know that simple present tense. If the subject is singular, add s or es to the verb. Here Hina is singular, so add yes along with the verb swim. Hina swims well. So we know that this is present tense. Present tense means we can use the auxiliary verb do or does. Do used with the plural subject and does used with the singular subjects. Here Hina is singular one, only one, so we can use does. See children, don't get confused. Listen to my words carefully. We can use here does. Look at that. Hina does not swim well. ഒരു ഈസി ആയിട്ടൊരു കാര്യം പറയാം. വേർബിൻ്റെ കൂടെ യെസ്സോ ഇയെസ്സോ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, തന്നിരിക്കുന്ന സെൻറ്റൻസിൽ വേർബിൻ്റെ കൂടെ യെസ്സോ ഇയെസ്സോ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഒന്നും നോക്കണ്ട, അവിടെ നമ്മൾ ഡസ്സാണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക. ഓക്കെ, വേർബിൻ്റെ കൂടെ യെസ്സോ ഇയെസ്സോ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ ഡസ്സാണ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുക. ഇനി വേർബ് തനിച്ചാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ സ്വിംസിന് പകരം സ്വിം, ദേ സ്വിം എന്നാണെങ്കിൽ, സ്വിം ആണെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ ഡൂവും, സ്വാം ആണെങ്കിൽ ഡിഡും, സ്വിംസ് ആണെങ്കിൽ ഡസ്. ഓക്കെ, എസ് ഓർ യെസ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ വി ക്യാൻ യൂസ് ദ does. So Hina does not swim well. If we use does, then again we don't want to add yes along with the swim. Okay, Hina does not swim well. Then work hard, don't work hard. Okay, so here we have found how the positive sentence have been changed to converted into negative sentence. Positive sentences have been changed to negative sentences. Now let's study how negative sentences can be written in two ways. First one, I do not know either Megha or Meghna. Either or means option. Okay, it shows option. I do not shows negative meaning. I do not know either Megha or Meghna. We can change that sentence into I know neither Megha nor Meghna. Neither nor conveys negative sense. Okay, then they did not meet anybody there. They met nobody. Nobody shows negative sense. Nobody there. I cannot bear this pain anymore. I can bear this pain no more. Anymore, no more. They had not anything to drink. They had nothing to drink. And see children, always remember only one negative word used in a negative sentence. Okay, only one negative word, that's enough. They had not anything to drink. They had nothing to drink. Okay, when two negative words are used, it becomes affirmative, that is positive. For example, Raj is unable to finish his work is a negative sentence. Unable is the opposite of able. It shows negative sense. But if we use not, it becomes affirmative. Look at the example. Raj is unable to finish his homework. That is absolutely correct. Negative sentence. Here if we are using Raj is not able to finish his homework, it is also gives negative sense. Raj is not able to finish his homework. That gives negative sense. Then look at the next one. Raj is not unable to finish his homework. It is wrong. Not unable. Already unable gives negative sense. But along with that, when we add the negative word not, it becomes positive. Two negative gives positive sense. That Raj is not unable to finish his homework, it shows positive sense. Raj is able to finish his homework. This is the meaning conveys. Okay, so only one negative word is used in a sentence. Remember that, children, if we use two negatives, then it will become positive sentence.